Hey, everybody, wrestling fans out in North Dakota, South Dakota, everybody watching out on the internet. Today we have a duel at Bismarck Century, and I've got a world-class coach, Derrick Dixon, beside me. Good friend of mine, wearing the mask, so I hope you guys understand because we're sitting close to one another. But just want to ask him a couple questions about wrestling, what's happening at Turtle Mountain, and I'm so happy that they get to wrestle because it wasn't good early this fall. They pretty much canceled all winter sports in the Turtle Mountain area, and now they're wrestling. So first question I have for you, Derrick, is, what kind of process do you have to get through so that you could wrestle this season?
Well, it was a long process. First of all, we were day to day. When we didn't start till December, well, we're supposed to have been the 14th, and the tribe made the decision. Our tribe is ahead of really being the precaution.
Yep, you're really going to talk up though, just in case. Yep.
Okay, a precaution thing. So what happened was our athletic director went to the tribe, and he basically petitioned, and they had to bring in a public health person, and they have protocols set up. We are for us to wrestle, we had to have, and at basketball the same way. They're testing 2-3 times a week. They have the fast, rapid testing. So we're
way more progressive than what we had to do.
We're more like the NFL.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, And so they 3 times Mondays, Wednesdays, and sometimes when we have to travel, we didn't do it today, but Wednesday.
So your sports teams are all having to test.
Yep, everybody has to test, and if they don't test, then they don't practice.
Ah, okay. So it determines practice and participating in events.
Exactly.
So you're testing 3 times a week.
Yeah, 2-3 times a week. Yeah.
Okay, well that's interesting because I tell you what, that is a progressive way to do it. And if you really want to know, because there's certain demographics that it affects more, and they definitely say that on the reservation, the chance of getting it is higher and getting more sick is actually greater there too. So they took a big stand. And
they really did, and for us to be able to compete. Our facility stays. We have a standalone facility now, in our wrestling facility. You haven't been there yet.
I have not.
I like to see it. You should come up.
I will.
Is going to be
I want to see your new facility. Yeah. Yes,
and it's really nice. It's really, say state of the art. It's really pretty nice. We're still a little bit of work in progress, but nice facility for wrestling. And so basically, our biggest thing is that we had kids that didn't want to wrestle. We don't have. The tribe still said no middle school participation.
Okay, nothing. And that hurts the sport of wrestling. We need our middle school wrestlers.
Oh my gosh, we do. And the saying of basketball, I don't want to compare to that.
Right, you can't.
I'm not putting. I love all sports, but our situation's a lot different.
Yep.
So with that said, I just wish that we would allow our middle school guys to wrestle. Our next door neighbor does, but of course we're not them. But still, it just hurts us right now.
Okay.
And there's a lot of young, tough little 7th and 8th graders that would benefit. Name dropping. I don't want to do that.
No, you can name.
No, the little Trotter boys, Ray Banner one, Colin Dakota's son would have been really good. And there's a couple more that probably would have. And then we had some kids in the high school that just decided not to because they live with grandpa and grandpa. They're afraid to bring things back home. And,
you don't want to be known as the super spreader.
Yeah, so,
But I tell you what, I'm so proud when I heard you get to wrestle. My heart was lifted because it's such a great tradition in the Turtle Mountains to wrestle, and the pride and the family, it brings them all together. Mm-hmm. And it's such a unique sport that I love, and I know you do, that it brings up these young men. They need something like this. They need something to work for and to be successful at. And wrestling has always done that for the Turtle Mountain community.
Yes. It's proud tradition. It really, let's just face it, it is. And with that said, I thanks for letting me have the interview. I'm just, and I said that when they came up and when they first found out, or I think it was KXMC or why not, and my first response was, thank God we have the season.
Yep.
And that's the way I feel.
I think it saves people. I truly believe it. And my son was lost without wrestling, and he's a sophomore in high school, and he's got everything going for him. Imagine if you have very few things, or your family upbringing, everything. Wrestling solidifies yourself as a true human being and working hard, and just that factor. You don't have to win to love wrestling. You have to basically get what wrestling is all about. Getting up when you're knocked down, working harder than you ever have in your life. It's such a great thing.
Sportsmanship. I could be going on and on and on and on.
True.
So, yep.
Well, I wish you the best of luck today. I just wanted to catch you on for a few minutes. Those that are watching, great. Catch us later over at Dakota Grappling. We will be going live with the Century Duel here in just a few minutes. That will be live over in the Century Wrestling page. Catch that right away, and I'll be broadcasting with that. We're hoping to get some JB matches going here shortly. Catch you in a bit. Thanks, Ublat, guys. You guys have a great day.
Happy New Year, everyone. Thanks, bro.
Well, I didn't stop there, guys. I just had to take my mask off for a second. But great. Turtle Mountain is wrestling. Their squad is a little down. So those that are watching, thank you again. We will have some duels tonight. Now, we have some great matches. St. Mary's has got a great team. That's coming up later, Century and St. Mary's. Those are some great matches there. So if I can go through that really quick, if people are watching, preview for this. Turtle Mountain and Century's going first. Turtle Mountain has quite a few openings when I go through the lineup. Not sure what weight class we're starting at, but Turtle Mountain has a one. Let's get to the right sheet here. So I apologize here. Get them all the sheets together here. Turtle Mountain and us. I don't have the Century lineup. Oh, here we go. Well, open at 106. Turtle Mountain has Century. Will be wrestling probably Morris. Will be wrestling there. Okay, Braden Morris. At 113, Turtle Mountain is open. 13 should probably be Ethan Kuntz tonight, this afternoon. At 120. Be rated really high this year. That's Blake Erson. Could be rated 2 or 3 maybe in the state. We'll be facing Gage Lundy, just a freshman. At 126, Turtle Mountain is open. For 126 for the Braves, you should have Jacob Ursuline. At 132 today, you should have Daryl Azure from Turtle Mountain, a sophomore. For 132, show for the Braves tonight, or for the Century Patriots, should be Brody Furterer or Caden Dakota. We'll see who gets what match. I think Caden Dakota, if he got down there tonight, I didn't get to check the weigh-ins either. I just got done with school, people. At 138, you'll have Steven Leonard from Turtle Mountain, sophomore. For the Century Patriots, you should have probably Clay Redens. At 145, you should have Cole Redens for Century and Cohen Lattiser. At 152, Dalton Short for Turtle Mountain. And for the Braves, you should have, Braves, keep saying Braves, that's right, I teach. For the Century Patriots, you should have Ben Weigum. At 160 for Turtle Mountain, they have Josiah Marcellus, a senior. For the Braves, for the Century Patriots, you should have Jax Gums. At 170, it looks like Turtle Mountain is open. They're the Braves, that's why I'm saying that too. So they're the Braves. And then for Century at 170, you'll either have Jax Gums or Danny Tanafu if he made it 70 tonight. He's working his way down there. So this might be tomorrow, might be tonight. So you might have Jax Gums at 170 also. The other ones for 160, you could have Isaiah Pajamula for Century. You could probably pop in there. Or you could have even Adam Vignes probably could wrestle at 160 also if needed. At 182, Turtle Mountain is open for the Braves. And for the Century Patriots at 182, you should have Jacob Bame or Danny Tanafu. Jacob Bame got down there this week, so I'm thinking he'll be wrestling tonight. 195, you got Kayan Martin, sophomore from Turtle Mountain. And for Century at 195, Cade Garcia. You also have Lycan Parlay, who could wrestle there, but I'm guessing you're going to have a good taste of the senior, Cade Garcia. At 220, they got Chris Lattiser from Turtle Mountain. And for the Braves, or for the Century Patriots, you should probably have tonight Hunter Harvey, the senior. At heavyweight, you'll have Tanner LaRock, they're a senior. And for Century Patriots, you should have Jacob Burkhardt. That should be your first duel. For the Turtle Mountain team, they will then face St. Mary's. St. Mary's has a great team. St. Mary's is loaded with some major talent in there. In fact, they do have a ranked nationally ranked wrestler on their team. Put all the R's together, and he's actually going out to the University of Mary. And so you're going to see one of the top wrestlers, Reese Barnhart, in the state. I'll be pound for pound one of the toughest ones. But going through that real quick, for that lineup later tonight, you're going to see Carson Mossett at 106, and you're going to see Braden Morris. And then at 113, you'll probably see Tyler Heen for St. Mary's and Ethan Kuntz for the Century Patriots. At 120, Now, 120, St. Mary's has been open. We'll see if they have somebody that's made weight down there, so I'll have to look up that. 120 for Century Patriots, you should have Blake Ursuline. 126, you have Colin Steidler for the Saints, and for Century Patriots, Jacob Ursuline. At 132, that's the prime match here. You've got Reese Barnhart, and he'll probably could go against Caden Dakota. That'd be a huge match. That could be probably 1 and 2 in the state, or what? That's not 1 and 3. At 132, you got probably John Richter has been wrestling there, or 138, you probably have probably William Lingenfelder from St. Mary's, and you'll have Clay Redens. At 145, they'll have Isaac Fikely for the Saints. At 145, you should have Cole Redens. At 152, you should have Ben Wygum for Century, and you should have James Richter for the Saints. At 160, Matthew Shear, and 160 could switch up and down. Could be Jack Scums or Isaiah Pajamula, probably Jack Scums. At 170, they got J. Jackson Richter, 170, and see if it's Jack Scums or Isaiah Pajamula who jumps up or not. They're both weighing in at 160. At 182, you'll have Trenton Redens for the Saints. Another Redens, are cousins, but that's for the Saints. 182 should be either Danny Tanafu or you'll probably have Jacob Boehm. At 195, you'll have Sawyer Rapp, it looks like, or they might have somebody else in there. I see Sawyer Rapp on their list. At 195, Cade Garcia. 220, they got Nick Windsor, and we have tonight could be Hunter Harvey. At heavyweight, they got Jack Wykeham, and for the Patriots, they should have Jacob Burkhart. Should be a great duel tonight. Everybody have a good time. Watch over on the Century Wrestling page. We'll be starting shortly. Guys, have a great night. Thanks. Bye.